Thank you, Craig. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say I find it a singular honour to be invited tonight to make one or two observations about one of Australia's most remarkable sports people in the pantheon of Australian sporting history. But could I just say firstly that nights like this are very important. I think one of the problems we most probably have as a nation is that we're very poor in appreciating our history, and we're not so flash at acknowledging our champions. We allow them to be forgotten too readily. And there are so many of them here tonight. And it is a testimony, I think, to them and to the contribution that they've made that we feel an overwhelming sense of pride in what they've done. Nights like tonight give us an opportunity to remember those accomplishments. Not everybody, but one particular person is being honoured here tonight. It is an extraordinary story. We just saw some highlights of the Davis Cup, but there are even young people in the room tonight who most probably don't understand fully what Lleyton has achieved. Most of us remember that time in 1998 it was, when he was just 17 years of age and became, I think it was, the third youngest player in the history of tennis to win an ATP championship in Adelaide, beating the then great Andre Agassi in the semi-final before he won the final. I think there are only two players younger than Lleyton, Aaron Crickstein and Michael Chang. And that served notice to the Australian sporting public that something special was about to happen and that there was an inner strength within this tiny little fellow that was going to take him wherever he wanted to go. The tennis world here and internationally didn't have to wait very long, because in the year 2000 he had won a US Open doubles championship. And by 2001, he'd won a US Open singles championship to beat the great Pete Sampras in the final 7-6, 6-1, 6-1. It was extraordinary. And at 20 years of age, he became the youngest #1 tennis player in the world ever. And of course, at 20 years of age, then having won a Grand Slam doubles title and a Grand Slam singles title, joined Patrick Rafter and Yevgeny Kafelnikov as the only three players in the history of the professional game to have won Grand Slams in doubles and in singles. More was to come, of course, as you know, when he then won in 2002, almost effortlessly beating David Nalbandian, the Wimbledon singles championship, and this young man then dominated world tennis. It was extraordinary. We do forget how young he was at the time. And then by 22 years of age, he had won more Davis Cup singles matches than any Australian tennis player in history, by 22 years of age. And since then, we've seen this young man dedicate himself exclusively to securing the future of Australian tennis through Davis Cup. I've put a lot of Australian players on the paddock, I have to say. I've seen a lot of people wear green and gold. I don't think amongst even the greats that I've been privileged to have representing my sport, which at the time was rugby union, I have said to Lleyton, and I say publicly tonight, I have never seen anyone wear those colours with such pride, with such unrelenting commitment, and with such fierce loyalty to his team and to his country. On the negative side, it has, I have to be honest, it has irritated me to see the extent to which sometimes there are critics, and you have to live with them, I know, but who've most probably never picked up a racket, never kicked a football, never bowled a ball or picked up a cricket bat, but they somehow know everything, and they pass judgment on our young people who are usually doing nothing but their best. And you made the point, David, tonight. Congratulations on what you've done. And Sam, unbelievable. You're dead right. None of us got to work on time that day, and we're thrilled to that success. But David, you made that point when you spoke about these Grand Slam people in the room. There are remarkably successful people here and extraordinarily achieving Australians. But for us collectively tonight, and on behalf of Australian sport, not just Australian tennis, to be able to recognise Lleyton Hewitt is something I think that is not overdue, but it's certainly timely. And Lleyton, I hope you feel in your heart the sense of fierce pride in what you have achieved that we feel about your achievements. And I know it's wonderful that Beck is with you here tonight, and little Mia's just had her 6th birthday. Years move on, and so many things have happened in that intervening time. But those of us who are here tonight who love sport, who love the commitment that people give to the Australian colours, who love the effort that people make, who understand that the only thing you get without hard work is failure, who understand that success is often born of adversity, who understand that to win without risk is to triumph without glory. All of these things you've encapsulated in what you've done. It is a special career. There are hopefully some chapters yet to be written. You've climbed the mountain, you've faced adversity, and you've uncomplainingly handled them all in an exemplary way. We are uniquely proud of you, Lleyton Hewitt, and it's my honour and privilege to speak on behalf of the Australian sporting community in saluting what you've done for our country, for your sport, and for national pride. Would you please congratulate Mr. Lleyton Hewitt.